afternoon, everybody. I hope you've had a nice lunch and that you had something really, really tasty. Well, I've been thinking a lot about food lately because of our Soup Potato book. And I was reading it earlier and I was looking at this page where Soup Potato is in the supermarket. And I was looking at all those foods on the supermarket shelves and it made me think a little bit about the food that we have in our houses at the moment. The food that we go to the supermarkets and we buy and we bring back and we eat. Now we're really, really lucky because we have plenty of food. But there are some people who live in countries in our world where they don't have enough food to eat at all. And we're lucky because our food that we go to the supermarket and buy comes to our country from all over the world and it's all there waiting for us. So I thought, because we're thinking about supermarkets, it might be a good idea to do a bit of an investigation this afternoon and try to find out where some of our foods come from. Now there's a few different ways that you can find out, and one really, really good way is to have a look on the packaging that your food comes in. So with your grown-ups, when you finish watching me, have a little look in your cupboards and see if you can find some foods with packaging that tells you where your food comes from, and you'll need your grown-ups to help you look for this. So I found some in my cupboards and in my fridge, and I'm going to tell you where they come from. And we're going to have a look together and see if we can find where in the world my food has come from on this. Do you know what this is up here? Yeah, this is a map, and it's a map of our whole world. All the countries in our world are on this map. And it's a really big map, isn't it? But if you don't have a map at home like this, that's fine, because you can look on the internet and you can find a picture of a world map and you can have a look for some of the countries on there. You might have one of these at home. This is a globe, and look, it spins around, and our globe has all our countries on, because our world isn't actually flat like this map at all. Our world is a sphere. Remember the name of that shape, a sphere. It's a big ball shape like this, and all the countries in our world are on this big sphere, and we call it planet Earth, don't we? So this is our Earth, and all that's happened to make our map is somebody has taken all the countries and it's like they've peeled our globe and made it flat on a map. And I'm going to show you how you can do that with our little tangerine here. So if I come a bit closer, you'll be able to see. Here is a little satsuma or tangerine, a little fruit here. And at the moment it's got its skin on. It's a bit like the shape of our world here, isn't it? Our globe, our Earth. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do what the people who make the maps do. And I'm going to open out our globe, so it's as if I'm peeling the skin off it. And can you see, when I peel the skin on my little satsuma here, I end up, I don't want that middle bit at the moment, but look, I end up with my skin all flat. So somebody has done that and they've made a flat map like this using our countries on our globe. So there we go. So I'm going to have a little look now at some of the foods that I've found in my cupboards. Which one shall I start with? I think I'll start with this one. Well, first of all, and I don't know if you can see very well there, you probably can't, but on our map I've put a bottle lid up here because this is where our country is. This is where Wales is, where we live, in the United Kingdom. We live here. And our first food that I'm going to look at are these fruits called dates. And on the front of here it tells me that my dates come from, let's have a look, they come from a country called Tunisia. And Tunisia isn't near us at all. It's actually in North Africa. So with my pen on my map, I'm going to do a big dot to here because that's where Tunisia is. So our food, the dates, have come all the way from Tunisia, meow, to Wales there. Wow, they've come a long way, haven't they? Let's have a look. Oh, I've got some bananas, and it tells me that my bananas have come from, they've come a long, long way. They've come from South Africa. That's even further away. That is right at the bottom of this big continent here called Africa, right down here. So those bananas have come all the way to Wales from South Africa. Look at that, all the way from there up to here. I wonder how they got to me. I wonder how they got to the supermarket, how they came all the way from South Africa. Maybe you could try to find out. Right, oh, let's have a look. I've got some tasty blueberries here. There they are, look. Now it tells me that they come from a country called Morocco, and that's in Africa as well. Lots of our food, our fruit and vegetables are coming from this very hot country from Africa. I wonder why they're coming from a hot country. So there's Morocco, just here. Meow, all the way there. Oh, I've got some tasty cheese here, some goat's cheese. Oh, and this goat's cheese comes from France. Now France is in Europe and it's close to us. It's just over the sea here, so there's France. Meow. It's come from there to me. And there's one more thing I want to have a look at before you go and start having a look at your things. It's this. Now this is in our story because Evil P was chasing Super Tato with this. It's a, do you know what it is? That's right, it's a potato masher. Now it's not a food, but I had a look on it because this has something written on it as well. And it tells me where it comes from, where it was made, which country. And it says it was made in China. Now China is a long way away too. On our map, China is all the way over here. So my potato masher was made in China and it had to travel all the way to us in Wales, just here. So just look at that. Just a few of the things in my kitchen have come from far, far away in our world. So this afternoon, have a little look if you can spot any labels on your foods that tell you where they've come from, or even maybe on some of your toys. It might tell you where they've been made, and see if you can find that place on a map. If you don't have labels on your food, you could maybe use the internet and you could have a look. Where do blueberries grow? Where do bananas grow? And see if you could find the countries that way. So have a look and see if you can find anything that's come as far as South Africa or as far away as China. Wow, goodness me. And then if you can work out how they find their way to us, you can let me know. Okay, deal? Well, have a nice afternoon exploring all about the foods from around our world, and I will see you again tomorrow morning for some more fun Super Tato activities. Hwyl fawr.